African Sabbath is a band, but it's much more than that. It's the melting pot where Jewish music joins hands with Africa. What we are creating in African Sabbath is a brand new genre of music, which we call Afro-Jewish music. Cape Town is the perfect place for this to happen. Following the pattern of increased European migration into Africa, Jews arrived in South Africa during the late 17th century, where the Cape of Good Hope saw the meeting of the Jewish and African cultures. Jewish music and African music lived side by side, but they never really fused, until now. The one missing component was the North African Eastern element. But that gap is now being filled by a guest artist that performs with the band whenever his schedule allows for us to bring him to Southern Africa or wherever else the band is engaged to perform. Yair Dalal is one of the best-known world music artists. His roots are in Baghdad and his music reflects the Mizrahi and Arab heritage. And with that contribution, the perfect collaboration called African Sabbath is complete. The important element that remains consistent throughout these band formations is the cultural melting pot brought about by the contributions of our musicians from Congo, West Africa, Mozambique, East Africa, and certainly from South Africa. The African sound is most strongly defined by the marimba. Best described as the African wooden xylophone, it is the mother of all similar contemporary instruments such as xylophone and vibraphone. Our marimba player has performed to great acclaim on 5 continents around the world. He is also a percussionist, bringing an unmistakable African sound to the music, which really inspires the flavor that sets African Sabbath aside from any cultural fusion sound available in the world today. African Sabbath's repertoire is mainly drawn from the Jewish Sabbath music as well as music from certain Jewish holidays. One might look at it as old wine in new bottles. The songs are always recognizable. The roots are there, but there are new melodies, harmonies, and rhythms drawn from African music. The sounds are still unique to Africa, or as it has spread around the world and found in genres such as jazz, reggae, and blues. Jewish music is probably typified by the sound of the violin, and we have the violin presenting the Eastern European klezmer sounds, yet interpreted in an African way. Adon Olam is an essential part of Jewish Sabbath music, and African Sabbath has come up with 2 unique arrangements of this Jewish cultural classic. The beautiful song Sim Shalom, meaning give us peace, could not be more appropriate right at this time in the history of the world. Lecha Dodi is another high point in the repertoire. It was written by a mystical rabbi in the 1500s in Israel. Avina Malkeinu also stands out in the band's playlist. It is one of the most important and recognizable songs in the Jewish repertoire. African Sabbath has been performing for a number of years in Cape Town and around Southern Africa. The time has now come. We are spreading our wings to perform at concerts, music festivals, jazz festivals in Europe, the Middle East, North and South America, and Australasia. We have a unique musical offering, and we are ready to travel.